What's up, my friends? My name is Keilan Morrissey. You are watching Keeping It Keilan, and today we're going to discuss why I believe holidays matter, possibly even more than you realize. So, we are on the precipice of Halloween, which is my absolute favorite holiday. I'm about to throw my 10th annual Morrissey Halloween Bash in St. Louis. I'm so excited to go home for the what I consider to be the best holiday. It's such a unique holiday, Halloween. You know, you get to celebrate. You're literally like celebrating fear. It's so different from any other holiday. There's no other holiday that's centered on just fear and the creative expression also with the costumes and the decorating. It's like, I don't know, I feel like there's so much more creative liberty with Halloween and yeah, just the notion of surprising people and scaring people. It's just so unique. I don't know how that one wrangled its way into the list of American holidays, but I like it. But anyways, I was thinking about Halloween and I get so excited about it that, I start putting out decorations like September 1st, and I start getting into the Halloween mindset of spooky season, pretty much, yeah, September 1st, start of September. I'm drinking apple cider. I'm going to Halloween Express if it's open yet. I don't know if it's open, but I go to anywhere that has Halloween stuff, and I'm in the zone of preparing for the party, which is really just one night. My Halloween party, just one night. Halloween itself is just one night. But what I realized is that the season of Halloween and the mindset of Halloween and anticipating Halloween, for me, and I believe for many others, actually lasts 2 months. Because, September 1st, right? That's the start of the month before the month of Halloween. And so if you're really into Halloween like me, that's oftentimes when stuff starts. It's also when the weather starts changing. It starts to feel a little bit more like fall, so you might be thinking of Halloween plans, yada, yada. But I have a point here. I'm getting to something. So let's say you put up Halloween decorations on September 1st, you're getting in the zone, you then, October comes around, you're even more in the zone, even more into spooky season, and then Halloween happens October 31st, you keep up your decorations a little bit longer, you're still eating your leftover Halloween candy for, say, a couple more weeks. So that's a month, and then half a month of just being in the Halloween mode, zone, mindset, whatever. That's 2.5 months. That's 20% of the year, right? That's a lot of that's a lot of time. And so of course you're doing other things during that time. It's not like you just eat, sleep, and breathe Halloween. You have other activities, I assume. But it's interesting because we think of holidays as just one day. And maybe we also think of the season, of course, but we don't really think of how much time a holiday actually takes up. So when you think of Halloween, you think of trick-or-treating, you think of all the stuff that occurs on that day, you think of, like, in my instance, you think of whatever family gatherings you have for that holiday. If you celebrate Christmas, as I do, then you might think of, like, of course you think of the actual day, you think of Christmas Eve, you think of opening gifts, you think of a lot of stuff centered around that day. And then, you may also think of the stuff leading up to it. But again, you don't quite realize, like, from a percentage standpoint, how much of your year is just in Christmas or in Halloween. So these holidays, they take up so much time in our minds. And I think, like, if you look at it from a percentage standpoint, like I was saying, 20% of your year is Halloween. Maybe another 20% of your year or longer is Christmas, right? They're already putting up Christmas decorations, which, by the way, I think is blasphemous. They should at least wait until after October 31st. But still, they're already putting up Christmas decorations. People are already buying Christmas-scented candles. People are probably already buying Christmas trees. So that's like what? They're going to end up spending 30% of their year just focused on Christmas. And so you think about that. If anything takes up 20 to 30% of your year, it's taking up 20 to 30% of your life. Because if that recurs every year, right? Holidays occur every year. So 20 to 30% of your life is spent on one holiday. So, if you add it up, maybe half your life is spent with holidays in mind. Holidays, maybe if you include birthdays, it's even more, right? These celebrations, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Halloween, whether it's Valentine's Day, whether it's Thanksgiving, whether it's any other religious holiday that you may celebrate, they take up such a significant chunk of time but we don't view them that way. We view them as background. We view them as something to work around. Like, okay, I have to fit in my Christmas shopping, right? I have to take off work to do this Halloween thing with my kid. I have to, in between classes, I have to squeeze in my Halloween stuff, right? Or I have to take off work or school to go, to see family for Thanksgiving, or right, I have to, I have to do this for holidays, right? But I think that if we stop making it this thing that we have to fit into our lives, and we actually realize that holidays and celebrations are a massive component of life in today's society. I mean, massive. Like, there's just so much, especially with the commercialization of it all. There's just decorations everywhere. There's the music everywhere. There's merchandise everywhere. There's so much, and if you let yourself get into that spirit, then you spend so much of your life in that zone. And so, I think just my only point here is just to be aware of that, and don't let it become this thing that's just background. Don't let it become this thing that you take for granted. Like, oh yeah, Halloween, or Christmas, it's just this thing. Like, it'll happen, I'll see family, and we'll do our traditions, we'll do our whatever, and then I'm, right back to work, right? Like, really, really take a moment to soak in those things, because I think the fact that they happen every year, the fact that you can always rely on, oh yeah, at the end of the year we'll have Christmas, or in October there'll be Halloween and we'll do whatever. Like, the fact that you can always rely on that is what makes you take it for granted. Anything that you can always 100% count on inevitably gets taken for granted. I don't know what about the human condition that makes it that way, but you take the things for granted that are always given to you. And so I just think realizing how big these holidays are in truth, how much of your life they take up, let yourself really get into the spirit. Let yourself focus on them. Let yourself allow them to be a big part of your life, because they are. So allow them that, acknowledge that, and enjoy that. I think that's just about all I'm trying to get at here. But yeah, yeah, that's it. Holidays are special, and not just because. I know I was describing at the beginning of this video that I love Halloween because it's scary. I love Halloween because it's a whole holiday based around fear as opposed to love or joy. But in truth, it is love and joy still. Most holidays, assuming you spend them with loved ones, they are about love and joy. And so they're special in that regard, and perhaps certain holidays have a religious meaning to you. Perhaps they have any other kind of meaning, but at the end of the day, I believe we should focus on the fact that these are things that bring us together. I just went to a haunted house with my girlfriend and her roommates. That's an activity that we did together. And then I also gave them candy. And back at high school, I would always give people candy, and that was a way that I would connect with people, was handing out lots of candy all day on Halloween. And it's, family comes into town, and I have my Halloween party, and I do a Halloween Zoom call where I invite people who I haven't seen in a while. And so if you really let yourself get into the spirit of the holiday, then I believe it can bring about more meaningful connections than you might even realize. And so letting holidays be that prominent thing in your life and in your year, I think will bring about more meaningful connections and yeah, give you that ability, give you a reason. Not that you need a reason, not that you should need a reason, but give you a reason to reach out to your loved ones and bring people together. So that is all. Basically, this whole video just was based on the premise that I realized Halloween takes up 20% of my life, and I'm perfectly okay with that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching Keeping It Keilan. Don't forget to stick around, watch my other videos. I got my fan film, The Justice League. It's 63 minutes long. It's going to be epic. It's dropping next week, October 26th. I really hope you check that out at 6 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, thank you for watching. Stick around, and please have an amazing spooky season. Have a fantastic Halloween. Pleasure having you with us today. Thank you so much.